Hey everyone, this is Chastain on Gaming. I hope you're having a great time with the release of Silksong. I know I am. I just beat this Savage Beastfly, so I wanted to make a video and show you guys how I did that. So I started at this bench here in the Hunter's March region, and then just drop down through this vertical descent and cross over here up to the Chapel of the Beast, which is where the Savage Beastfly is located. So my loadout here, I use the Reaper's Crest, which I've been liking a lot. And I've got Silk Spear attached as my skill, which is a medium range horizontal shooting spell, similar to Vengeful Spirit from Hollow Knight, but with a little less range. So here we go. We're going to run through to the right, drop down to this very last entrance on the right. You can just run and long jump. There's Chakra. She sells us the maps. If you wait a bit to come back to this region like I did, and which I recommend, Chakra will be right there to sell you the map. If you complete this region earlier on, she sells you the map at a different area after defeating the gauntlet. If you die a million times like I do, grab your silk cocoon and you can get a couple hits in there on the Beastfly before he starts fighting. Now the main strategy here is when he passes underneath you, jump up and pogo downwards onto him. That's what the Reaper Crest is really helpful for, in my opinion. When you stun him, see if you can get a couple hits in. You can slash upwards when he flies over you. And so this is where it gets difficult. He summons different enemies. Right there he summoned a common Beastfly, and those guys will dash at you. And there's two kind of strategies you want to keep in mind when he starts summoning. Ooh, you saw it hit me there. When he starts summoning enemies, you want to be really proactive and use your Silk Spear to take them out. The other strategy is to kite his summons underneath him when he does his downward pound attack, because it will one-shot his own summons. And that second enemy he just summoned is called a Killick. Be careful because they will shoot spikes up out of their back. And since we have the Reaper Crest on, after you bind and heal, you can pick up some extra silk there like you just saw me do. Here we go. So I'm going to go over here, grab this silk. Used my Silk Spear there to take out his summon. He hasn't summoned the hardest enemy yet. His third and biggest summon is called the Vicious Carinid, and so really try to save some silk to Silk Spear those guys right away when they show up. Yeah, and this is the downward strike I mentioned where he can one-shot his summons, so you really want to try to kite them there. Ouch. That's a Vicious Carinid. Ugh, lucked out there. I messed up and I was trapped, but I lucked out because he one-shot the Vicious Carinid when he downstruck. Ideally, I would have saved enough silk to use Silk Spear and not gotten trapped. When he does his downward strike like that, some people like to jump up in between as he ascends and try to hit him from underneath. I think it's easiest to step to the side and wait for him to come down and smack him like a baseball. You'll notice this is getting more difficult because in each wave after you stun him, he can summon more enemies into the arena at the same time. Smack, smack, just like that. We'll call it the baseball technique. He's stunned. Stun is a good time to get a heal in like that, but also one of the best times to rack up damage, so try to be wise. Also, the more that you heal, the less silk you'll have to shoot the Silk Spear at his summons, which is crucial. So the less you can get hit, the better. This is a really tough fight, you guys. If you're dying a lot, do not sweat it. Just keep trying. A lot of this fight is based on the random generation of the enemies he summons. So sometimes you'll get lucky, sometimes you won't. Just stick at it and you've got this. And then we'll come over here and you have to hit bind 3 times. which is a little funky, but that's how it is when you get these crests, and we will get the Beast Crest. Nice. So here we go, guys. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else specific you'd like to see about this game, and I'd be happy to make the video. Thanks for watching.